What's going on YouTube? TeamSC back online here with another video for you guys this evening. This morning we're going to be casting another 3v3 we played the other day. As I said in my last video, me and Brain Crusher just moved in together, so we're going to be getting a lot more Starcraft 2 team games going on and hopefully a lot more uploads on the channel for you guys. Anyways, we do got a 3v3 today. Let me introduce our team. We do have me spawning as the Blue Terran TeamSC on the north side of the backcountry. Our allies are the Roar, who is a random we queued with on ladder and got paired with, so I haven't played with this guy before, not sure how good he actually is. And then Brain Crusher, you know him, 2-based Mutalisk all day, every day, forget drones, build mutas. And today we're facing off against the south side, including Luis Niho, I'll just call him L for short. His teammate, Turtle, the orange Zerg, and their last teammate, Mini, the yellow Zerg. So we do have 2 Zergs and 1 Protoss against one of each, and we'll see how it goes. Already from the early on, the probe from L has come to our base to scout, and you always have to be suspicious with early game probes. He did actually get a little bit of a worker harass down, delayed my barracks, just a pinch. But anyways, you might have seen the comment at the beginning of the video that our ally is already planning to go cannon rush the enemy, so we're going to have to just wait and see how he does. He does have a probe moving out on the map, going to be trying to sneak it into the enemy base. Does have a second probe behind the mineral lines already, and is going to look like try to wall off the probes from actually getting to his worker, but actually doing a poor job and slightly misplacing that pylon. Is going to be losing his probe, unfortunately. Only able to throw down the 3 pylons, and everything's going to go down. Then we have him coming in with the second probe, throwing 3 more pylons down. Does manage to throw down 1 cannon, and does manage to get his other probe sniped as well. And this cannon should go down. If you don't know, it only takes about 4 to 5 workers on a photon cannon morphing in to kill it before it actually finishes up. And he didn't cancel any of his pylons, so actually this is a huge loss for the Roar. He built 6 pylons, 600 minerals invested 2 minutes into the game. That's huge, guys. That's another expansion. That's like even going up to like 4 gateways for a rush. And didn't get to cancel any of these, and didn't even get any cannons up. He is going to be sending another probe in, still trying to commit to this cannon rush, but unfortunately, the Roar's not doing the best of jobs. I did go for some early game Reapers. My first one's barely getting here now to come kind of a help assist with this, but it is going to be throwing up 3 more pylons. It does manage to not wall in his probe again and actually just drops dead right there on the spot. And L is going to be getting up his own defensive photon cannon. So this cannon rush is definitely not going to do anything. It has lost its window of opportunity, and still no cancels for the Roar. This is so bad. 900 minerals have already been invested and completely gone to waste, ladies and gentlemen. All these probes even coming off the line to try to deal with this, but L just needs to go back and macro up, and the Roar has left the game. So already from the beginning, this has turned into a 2 versus 3, and the enemy team saying, LOL, what a puss. So do have a couple Reapers out on the map, still going to be trying to do a little bit of harassment, but we are, in a sense, at a disadvantage, but not as much as you would think, ladies and gentlemen. So for any of you who have played, Brain Crusher actually going in on the flank with a couple of links to do a little harass on the side. If you've ever played a 2v3 and you have that teammate who leaves early on in the game, it's not as big as a disadvantage as you think it would be, because in all reality, we actually have a 3rd mining base, because the Roar's income all goes split between your allies, and now we're actually getting a extra mineral income. So this is actually going to help us tech up a little bit quicker and get a decent sized force a little bit quicker as well. The only thing we got to make sure we do is keep the pressure on the enemy team, because they do have 2 Zerglings, 2 Zergs, excuse me. So they will have a very mobile army. We just got to try to make sure we have enough time to macro behind the extra income we got from the Roar leaving, so that way we could actually capitalize on it and get a decent sized army. Because right now we're doing good economically, but if they are able to harass us, it's still 3 brains versus 2 brains, so it's still going to be a difficult time for us. Do manage to destroy the back rocks. Brain Crusher is taking an expansion. I already have mine up as well. Going to be teching up. I see that there's 2 Zergs and haven't seen any roaches, mainly just Hellions. So I'm going to keep these Reapers alive and actually get a couple Hellions to come join and then go back to harassing, because my goal right now at this time is, I know it's a 2 versus 3. If me and Brain Crusher are going to win, we're going to have to do a lot of harassment and try to keep them distracted long enough to where we can macro up huge force and really capitalize on this third base economy. Even going to be throwing up the assimilators to hopefully get a little bit of gas here in the mix. And as you can see, we are teching up, getting the starport, getting a third barracks, got a couple Hellions on the production tab as well. A couple of Zerglings going to be running to the front, but do come to the wall, see all the Reapers here, and decide to back out. Mini's going to be running to the side. Looks like he's going to try to go for the destructible debris. Zerglings do not kill these rocks that quick, especially at the early stages of the game. Because destructible rocks do have 3 armor and Zerglings have a base attack of 5. So each Zergling only does about 2 damage per hit. So it does take a little while for them to dwindle down the rocks without upgrades. And there is a queen here going to be putting the pressure on these lings from turtles. Turtle deciding to back out and not lose any extra lings. Meanwhile, Mini is going to be going for the back rocks. But we do have an Overlord in a good position here that will be able to see. But like I said, there's still a decent amount of surface area. Rock's about half down. Mini actually deciding to back out. Not sure what prompted this decision. Brain Crusher throwing down Mass Spine Crawler to cover these destructible rocks because he doesn't want any lings running into his base, that's for sure. Just going to be taking up. Do have a decent amount of Hellions, up to 4 right now. I think I'm planning to get about... Actually, we got 6, so I think 6 was my goal. Should be a good time to move out now, ideally wanting to keep the Reapers. And actually, a bunch of lings running in. I actually don't have a full wall. Realizing it at this time that we actually had a fail wall, but luckily we have enough Hellions here to where the lings aren't going to be that big of a threat. But we do need to get that wall sealed ASAP because that's a chink in the armor. Some lings can run in and just mess up our whole world. Meanwhile, Mini decides to go back to destructible rocks. I wonder if he actually meant to miss. He does it again. Strange. I'm not sure what Mini's doing here. But anyways, we are going to be finishing up this wall. Do have about 8 Hellions and about 8 Reapers at this time. Going to be moving out. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm throwing up 7 barracks and the double engineering bay. And I'm pooling so much money, guys. I'm at like 2,000 resources now since I've got all that extra income. I'm not even sure how to quite balance it because, you know, that typically doesn't happen. So I'm capitalizing, going to be throwing out a bunch of barracks and actually going for some bio play. If any of you guys watch my channel, you know that I never go for bio. I'm a mech boy for life. Do get some huge hits on the Zerglings there. Mini not paying attention, even losing the rest of his Zerglings. So big hit's going to be trying to get a little bit of harass. There are a couple Stalkers here. Reaper and Hellion is not the ideal composition to deal with Stalkers, but if you have the greater numbers, you can deal with them decently. But more Stalkers going to be coming in, and I'm going to be forced to back out of there. Losing a little bit too much, to be honest with you. I should have backed out a little bit earlier. I thought I could take that fight. But all in all, just doing my best to try to keep up the pressure and keep them kind of pinned at home and stuck in their home base. But anyways, we do have 7 barracks coming down. Stim pack already finished and combat shields finished as well. Going to be getting the concussive grenades for the Marauders. For those of you who don't know, it helps. Okay, everybody watching this should know. But anyways, combat shields increases Marines' health by 10. Stim pack lets your Marines shoot quicker and faster. And Marauders concussive shell makes enemies go slower. So anyways, I'm going to be using my first 2 medevacs to send 2 drops out at the same time. Haven't quite hit that critical mass of army yet to where we could hit their base together. Brain Crusher is still teching up at this time. Did take his 3rd base and does look like he will be going for Ultraless tech. Does have a small amount out at this time, but no upgrades just yet. So they're not that good. Need to wait for the Chitinous plating to finish, but I'm going to be going in with this drop over here. Going to be dropping the purple Protoss. Hopefully stimming up, getting a couple good worker kills in at this time, and also a dual drop at the same time on the purple Protoss, intentionally going for the same player to hopefully at least throw his production off the wheels, and could just mess him up a little bit. You know, we could drop 2 different people at the same time, but I think it's a little better if you try to just go for the same person, and especially the Protoss. He's a high priority target to me just because I can deal with Zerg pretty easily, but the thing I don't want to deal with right now is a big Protoss death ball of, you know, just everything Protoss. You know, roaches, lings, I'm not too afraid of that, but big Protoss ball with some Colossus, disruptors, or even mass void rays is the last thing I want to see right now. Going to be stimming in, getting a couple good worker kills. Is going to be warping in a couple Stalkers here. But I am going to try to boost and get out again. But unfortunately, Stalkers did get blink finished at just the right time and do manage to snipe out my medevac. Going to be going in with this one to see if I can do any damage. Going to be dropping on this hatchery over here and just decide to get out. Nothing's going to be done right now. Going to try to save that drop for a later date. Meanwhile, we do have the Zerglings moving out. They are still 0-0 with no upgrades, but we do have the Ultralisk here. They have Chitinous plating and 1-1 finished, so they have 5 armor and +1 attack for Brain Crusher, but he's a little bit out of position. He doesn't need to be taking this fight by himself. I'm moving out my army as well, and he does have more and more lings coming. I have a decent chunk of bio at this moment, and 1-1 upgrade should be pretty close to finishing. Actually, just a couple more seconds. So moving out at the right time. Upgrades are about to be done. And the Ultralisk upgrades are done as well. So now is our small window of opportunity. Ultralisk going to be going in front, attacking Turtle. Turtle's army is 2-1. He does need to be kiting these roaches and ravagers back. Can't just be letting the ultras get up in their face like that. But meanwhile, we do have L bringing in his Protoss forces from the back. Does have +2 attack on all of his army, and he has a couple of mortals here who can deal with the Ultralisks quite well if he does focus fire. But a couple ultras getting sniped out. Brain Crusher not quite paying the best of attention. Going to be going in and engaging. Actually, Mini accidentally on clicking into it and engaging without the Protoss army. Protoss actually not paying attention, letting both Zergs kind of take this fight on their own. In a 2v3 where the team of 2 has the income of 3, you need to all engage together, or else you are going to lose the big fight. And Protoss, realizing this a little late, going to be coming in from the back, going to be trying to snipe out our reinforcements as well. But we are moving into the heart of their base, getting a good amount of worker kills. Going to be going for L's. Third next is a few Stalkers coming down, some Photon overcharges as well. Immortals coming in, but Immortals are not focusing the Ultralisk. They are actually attacking Zerglings and getting taken out, and this is not what you want Mortals to do. Mortals are expensive units and very good at taking out Armored, which is what you want them hitting. You want them attacking things like Marauders and Ultralisks. Immortals attacking Marines and Zerglings is just a nightmare, guys. But anyways, L going to be losing his base. Does leave the game at this time. Ultralisk is going to be poking forward a little bit, and Mini has also left the game at this time. Yeah, literally no workers for Mini. I'm not sure how those drones died, to be honest with you. Always a lot going on in these 3v3s, but I do the best I can. Going to be throwing up mass spines. Turtle still trying to hang in. This does have 2-2 roaches. Not enough of them, though, because there are a lot of Ultras here, and there's a decent Marauder squad here to destroy these roaches, going in, taking out all the spine crawlers, some of them never seeing the light of day. And Turtle's base is going to be going down, and we are just streamlining bio after bio, not even concerned about splitting. We haven't seen a Bane link all game, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. GG. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this video, leave a like, comment, please subscribe, spread the word. Let's get the Team Starcraft community to grow. And until next time.